Okay, we are going live, I hope. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Thank you for joining us, Mr. BoyfTech54 Tech. And yes, you are the very first person to join the stream. So if you are in the chat, then make sure to say hi and welcome to the stream today. We are doing a bit more crossover testing. So crossover 26, very exciting, released in the last 24 hours. Also a bunch of new games also came out relatively recently too. So Nioh 3 demo I want to test. Mewgenics is the new game from the creator of Super Meat Boy and Binding of Isaac. Apparently there's a fix for that. It should be quite straightforward to get it working. You might see this game on the top right that I'm going to be testing out a little bit later in this folder once I copy it over from my computer. But yeah, basically we're going to do some testing. And as always, if you want to specifically virtually guarantee a request for testing a game, the little notices on the bottom, it says super chat to suggest a game, anything over $5, then I will drop the game that I'm currently testing after I finish testing, and then buy it and test it out for you. So the first game that we are going to try out is Mugenics. So I've installed this one locally, and I've seen that some people are saying that it needs fixes in order to get it to work, but it should just work straight away. Wait, why have I got crossover preview open? Why does it say crossover preview? Should have crossover real. I want crossover real open. Okay, so where's my proper crossover? Okay, so let's get crossover 26, not crossover fake here. So I'm going to delete these so I don't open them by accident. Then we'll get crossover up and running. Spider-Man 2 is not fixed yet. I think that's due to some kind of CPU error. I'm sure that once we, get there, once it's ready, then you will be the first to know. Okay, so Steam, they've changed the icon for this, which is a bit confusing because it now has the yellow icon of crossover. But anyway, let's load this up now. And the first game I'm going to test out is Mewgenics. So let's see this up and running first. So I'm going to load up my Steam. Bro, how was Spider-Man 2? Yeah, so not fixed yet. The animation's not fixed yet. The more RPCS3 tests. Apparently RPCS3 has gone through a lot of changes. So yeah, so hopefully there's a lot more performance improvements. So basically we're going to try this out. So first game on the list is Mugenics. So let's play this one here. Mugenics. Where did I install this? Yeah, locally on the C drive. Good. So yeah, confirmed crossover 26 was just released yesterday. So this is the full release, and the settings that I've got this on is DLSS sync with D3D Metal. Now this is an OpenGL game. Now, generally speaking, if it doesn't use D3D 11 or 12, it'll just default back to the non DirectX 11 or 12 translation there. So I found that this works. You could also set it onto auto as well. That would probably work too. You're probably using 1D3D or something to run it. Okay, how's the Steam client still not Apple Silicon native? It is, isn't it? I thought that it was, but if you don't have it, or you cannot install it without Rosetta 2. There's nothing wrong with Rosetta 2. It's not an active application that runs in the background of your computer. So it's not something I would really worry about too much. Yeah, okay, I see what the problem is now. So I saw a Mac Pro Tips video about Mewgenics, and this kind of loads up in a funny way. So this didn't happen to me when I ran it through crossover preview, which is strange. So let me just see if I can get this working. So we're gonna command tab. So we're just gonna come out of the game to our desktop. We're gonna, oh no, it's working now. Let me see. So we're gonna make sure that video settings that we have full screen. Let's just see what happens if I quit that. Because that cinematic looked a bit wrong. We'll just open that up again. One sec. Fellow treadmill desk enjoy. Yeah, I need to get my steps in. Otherwise, I really just don't have, if I don't go, sometimes if I don't go outside the house, then it's kind of a disaster. Okay, this intro looks better now. This is the proper introductory image. Is the audio of the background sounding okay? Because on the Mac Pro Tips video, they said that the audio required applying a fix. But as far I can hear it a little bit, it seems to be fine. Okay, so we're gonna play this. I didn't really play Binding of Isaac, so I don't actually know what this game is about. Science. So, well, thanks for joining us today, Pi Studios. And also Ghost K Web. Are you like you're working back from classes? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So with Rosetta 2, I just wouldn't be afraid of installing Rosetta 2. It's just you can uninstall. Even if you install Rosetta 2, you can uninstall it. I've got a video about that on my second channel. It's very easy to uninstall. When it's installed, it's just a folder that you can just delete from your computer. It doesn't run in the background. It doesn't use resources unless you're using a Rosetta 2 application. And in the case of Steam, that's just a one-time thing. You can always remove Rosetta afterwards. Okay, have any of you played Mewgenics yet? Okay, choose two, a boy and a girl. Trust me, you'll find out why later. Okay. Bandaged cat and Viola. Okay. What's wrong with Antero? Wow, I didn't expect you to pass on the best of the bunch. Whatever their pieces would put to good use. Isn't nature just cruel? It doesn't have to be. In fact, I think with my brains and your ability to choose less than not, with your cat we could really shake things up. Hell, with enough cats, I bet we could reverse time, maybe even make dying impossible. And there's a nuke, radioactive blood, and a bit of elbow grease. Don't worry, I'll be sure to harvest some of Antero's elbows before it's incinerated. Now go, my child. Go into the world and hold some cats. Okay, the path. Okay, so what's happening with D2R on Mac CrossOver not working anymore? Cal Mile 9918. I haven't heard D2R not working. Last time I tested it last year, it seemed to be fine. So maybe I'll give it a go later. So listen up. This is your team. These are your enemies. The goal is to kill them all. Now it's Viola's turn. You can tell because of that paw print. It's in melee range, you'll need to move it. Okay, so it's turn-based. She go. Okay, let's go here. And you're next to it, you can attack it. This is your basic attack. Click attack, and then click the rat to attack it. Okay. Sweet, you really destroyed it. In my latest video, I was playing Legacy, but surprise, surprise, I hope to test this other thing out today on my desktop. A little sneak preview for later. If I can get this working, is the 8. It's the DRM-free 811.18 version or 811. Apparently it's meant to work, so I'm going to try this out later. I had a lot of trouble with the antivirus which keeps deleting files that are required to get that DRM-free version to work. So I will try that out later. You can also have those cats do. The rolls of spells. That's how much mana the spells cost. This is how much money you have. And gain mana at the end of your turn. Okay. Now Bandaged Cat's turn. Bandaged Cat's ranged basic attack. Selecting where to move to, you can see preview. Okay. I can lob shot. Okay, let me see. Move. Okay, so I've got range. However, you do have enough mana to cast one of your spells. Take a look at the roll here. Roll and it costs 4 mana. You have 5. Let's click and roll and then swing. Oh, so I can move again. Okay, and then I can use the basic attacks. Ouch. Under the shot. DRM-free, Rockstar Online. Rockstar definitely doesn't want you to play that version because basically the very first version of GTA 5 Enhanced did work on a Mac. The very, very first build, which was patched out very, very soon afterwards. So I wanted to test this out. Might be a little bit slightly disappointed though. Okay. I can spit from the whole map. I actually still have enough mana to cast spit again. You can actually cast as many times as you want, as long as you have the mana. Make sure it's a thick one. Okay. Good job. At this point, I trust that you can finish the rest of your front runs. I'm going to hide in the bushes. Okay. Can I just get closer? Can I move again? Move. I can move and then do an attack rather than just spit. I can melee attack this unit and turn. It's like the exchange explicitly to not work on a Mac. Yeah, well, they want... I'd be surprised if they didn't want as many people playing as possible, but I think the Mac compatibility is not on their radar, to be honest. Bro, can you test out Tomb Raider iOS port dropping tomorrow on iPhone and iPad? Tomb Raider iOS port. We already have a Mac port of Tomb Raider, which will work 60 frames per second even on the base M1, so there's no point really testing that one again. Each time you finish combat, one of your cats is going to level up. Check out the old bandage cat. He's about to get a whole lot better. To yourself, but I feel the need to point something out. There's a pretty awesome combo here. Check out bandage cat's current passive effect up here. Burn you inflict is increased by 1. Okay, so more burn. I'll read what sunburn does. Inflict burn 1 and blind 1 at infinite range. Sunburn makes things burn and hot-blooded things burn more burning. So take sunburn already or not, it's your funeral. Okay, sunburn. Okay, I've got... Someone's learning, but okay, remember, every cat is different. So always check out what a cat's passive ability does. A cat's passive can make or break a run, and combos win games. I like the controller as well. I've got my DualSense here, but it's a cursor controls, which are the worst kind of controls. Which blocks your path? Should you use brawn or brains to get past him? We have 3 brawn. We have more brains. It'd be better if this controller support was just not a mouse cursor. We had proper... Oh, well. So I can move this, but if I press the D-pad, then I've got control here. They want everyone playing, they wouldn't have added Battle Eye. Apple would need to pay them to port like we have a lot of games, yeah. They'd have to pay them a lot. You have items that you have not equipped. Okay, we do have, like, I can see the DualSense glyphs are working here. Okay, I can buy... I got 4... What have I got? What's my currency? So I've got... These are my spells on abilities. And I can equip things. So, but Bandage Cat can lob, stick, melee range. Okay, 4 uses left. Okay, good. Does the DualSense trackpad work in the game? I haven't... Does it work on Windows? The trackpad doesn't seem to be doing anything. But this does that, but this does not do anything at the moment. But this, you know, this is probably a mouse-driven game, to be honest, because it's a strategy tile-based game, so... Okay, so this guy... So Bandage Cat is the one I really upgraded, so I probably want to... Can I spit? Why can't I spit? Okay, am I in melee range? No. And turn. What can I do here? Self-assured. Ouch. I don't know if you could do that. Lobbed shot. No, I can use my attack here, but I need to move. Let me move on this side. And I'll use my... Well, it's got +1 reach, but I don't need that. I also don't need this either. Oh, okay, no. I don't really know what the roll does. Can I roll into him? No. Oh, that doesn't do any damage to him. Hey, hold on, buddy. Don't end your turn just yet. You can still attack with your weapon. Weapons and other items can be used 1 to 10, even if you already used your attack. Oh, cool. So I can make use of this. Okay, cool. So I've got +8 mana. Hey, so you might have noticed this already, but take a look up here. This is the order that you and your enemies take during turns. The order is usually the same everyone. So pay attention or don't. Okay, so it's Bandage Cat's turn next. So Bandage Cat's going to get here. Can I cancel the move? No, I can't. Because I could have done my shots first. Could have done a lob, or I can do this. This guy doesn't have any spells, so I could just use up all my kind of doing that. Kind of weird how this game is brand new yet uses OpenGL. There's probably like zero benefit for this game to use anything more complex than what it's already got. Move first. I can lob, but I can also lob next to me. I can roll. I'm not sure what the benefit of rolling is, because I could just hit him with the stick. Oh, I can sunburn. I forgot I could sunburn them. And then, can I sunburn again? If I use mana, I can sunburn again. Okay, so... Okay, good. It's okay being next to the boss, I think. Yeah, this is a PlayStation 5 controller. Probably the best controller. Has an integrated USB-C port with an integrated battery, unlike Xbox Series X, which I think, really outweighs the negatives. And unlike I think Xbox Series X, the layout is more common, but there's plenty of support for this, and games like a lot of Mac native games like Death Stranding work really well with that controller. Okay, let's kill this boss. Ooh, there's that critical hit. But I'm gonna sunburn this guy again. So is this doing 4 damage now? Okay, I can still hit him with a stick. If I get closer, I can... Oh, whoa, I hit that. Okay, I hit that instead. Have you ended up buying any Android handhelds? I saw you in a stream for Retro Pocket G2. Yes, I do have my Retro Pocket G2. And I think that because this game is not on a handheld platform apart from the Steam Deck, that this would be an interesting thing to try out. Maybe I could get the touchscreen to work, because the way that Game Hub works on Android, on the Retroid, means that it has pretty good like mouse control. So I wonder how this would perform on Android. Okay, where's my boss? Is he there? Let's run away. Let's go here, and then we'll spit at him. Wouldn't the spit make the burn heal the burn? Yeah, I was like this close to buying an Android Snapdragon 8 Elite Odin 3. I'm very close to buying an Odin 3 because I wanted to try out more PC gaming on more powerful handhelds. But then I do think that it's just not really worth it right now. Game Hub support is not as good as something like CrossOver, and there is a benefit to being, the Snapdragon 8 Elite handhelds are substantially bigger than my G2. So, but it's still smaller than the Steam Deck, but still bigger than the G2. And there's so many games I haven't finished on my G2 yet. I've recently finished the entirety of Firewatch on the G2, which was a lot of fun. Okay, I can attack. Oh, I can hit the rock at him. Good. Yeah, Game Hub and Game Native are basically the crossover version of Windows gaming, but on Android instead. And if you look at, let me get my Retroid out. Ooh. Yeah, you can get games running like this is the Windows version of Dark Souls, right? Runs better than on a Switch, for example, and it's slightly smaller than a Switch Lite. Right. So this is the Steam game, and then this is Game Hub. This is Game Hub Lite, which I'm running this on. So this is a full Android chipset, and what's cool about it is that it's much more pocketable and smaller than a Steam Deck. At about £160, it's a similar cost to. I put it in the range of cost of it's like 2.5, 3 DualSense controllers worth of cost, right? And something that you can put in your pocket and access all of the lower end games on your Steam Deck in a much more pocketable format and with similar compatibility too. But with the Snapdragon 8, I was just thinking like I wanted something a bit more powerful with the Snapdragon 8 Elite to run the games like Final Fantasy 7 because I want to play that on the go, and I don't want to take my Steam Deck anymore. It's just too heavy. Okay, GTR. Yeah, the ergonomics, the grip of the G2 is good, but I prefer playing in short bursts, and I think this is okay having one of these really cheapo silicon things around it. I do have the grip as well, but I think I prefer having it in the slightly smaller form factor, so I can fit it in my hoodie pocket, because that's my main use case. It just depends what you use it for. Pi Studios, which Android handheld did you buy, or how many have you bought? Okay, let's see what we can do. Spawn a poop on adjacent tile. I've already got sunburn on my other guy. I think maybe make a good tank. Okay, the path. Congrats, you did good out there. This marks the end of your first little adventure. It's time to go home. You'll bring back any items, food, coins, treasures, and injuries. These supplies will hopefully prove useful. If you ever want to save and exit, just click that thing. Right. Okay, so is this a roguelite or a roguelike? Like, do we have any kind of permanent progression here? Oh, I can put them inside. Oh, that's so cute. So you can now watch. Let's go. When you end the day, every cat will eat one food. Make sure you always have more than enough. Okay, so end the day. So Conquer Pocket Fit using Snapdragon 8 G3, right? Because the Elite version's not out. The Snapdragon 8 Elite is not out yet. Because I looked at that and I thought I do like the Conquer Pocket Fit, the look of it. It's got the A button, the Xbox control layout is what I prefer because I'm trying to play PC games more than do Retroid emulation. But I find I looked at the Gen 3, right, and it just looked too close to the G2. And for me, right now, the G2 is enough. I think I might bite the bullet with a Conquer Pocket Fit Snapdragon 8 Elite when it releases, which could be a long time. Okay, so that is Mewgenics working. I didn't really have to do much in order to get that to work, so I'm quite happy with that. Let's try the Nioh 3 demo. So storage. Okay, I downloaded it on my drive. So let's just add my games volume. Where's it gone? Let me just get my games network connection up. Okay, so I'm just going to add this, and then I want to try out the Nioh 3 demo. So this is the new Nioh 3 game, just came out. Let's just see if I can get Nioh 3 up and running. Okay. Okay, let's give it a go. I think people have got this working, right? I haven't checked personally. Let me just check online. What's the status of Nioh 3 Mac? Yeah, so people have got it working on CrossOver beta before. Okay, that's good news. Let's see if this is improved in the latest version of CrossOver 26. Okay. So I've done Mewgenics. Nioh 3 are going to cover. Void War is one that I want to try because it's come back on Steam now. And ironically, thanks to it being taken off, quite like to try it out. There's another game I want to try called Menace, which is trending on Steam at the moment. And then, I'm up for any kind of requests. Yeah, still waiting on Cyberpunk update that updates frame interpolation. So yeah, that would be good. I think at the time when Cyberpunk was released, was it July, right? June, July? It was also supposed to have eventually get a Metal 4 update, which would have required like a rewrite of the engine, I think. So interesting that it's not that it's not come out after all these months. I wonder how many people are actually playing Cyberpunk on a Mac, like as a main thing. GTA 5 Online won't work, and the only way to play it is through Parallels Canary Edition, and you're going to need a very powerful Mac in order to get any kind of even low playable performance on that. So you need like an M3 Max with more memory than I've got, and you'll only get like 20, 30 FPS at very low settings. So don't get too excited by that. Okay, so I turned on DLSS in the bottle settings, and it's already defaulted to 540p. So that's like performance mode, 540p scaling to 1080p. Hey, I've been watching your videos since I got my MacBook. Appreciate your work. I was wondering if 5M is possible. So unfortunately not. I get that asked a lot. So I made a whole video about that actually, why 5M is not going to work. It's because of the way that Wine works. The things that make GTA 5 modding possible isn't compatible with CrossOver. Now on Parallels, I'm not sure. That might be a different situation. Okay, shader compilation. Normally a good sign if shader's compiling, because that normally reduces the amount of stuttering in game, hopefully. Do I think UWP will ever work on a Mac through CrossOver? Well, some of the UWP games work through Parallels, through Virtual Machine. Through CrossOver, I don't know. I remember seeing like a GitHub project about getting UWP games to work through Wine, but I'm not optimistic about it. Forza Horizon. From what I remember, there was a little bit of progress on Forza Horizon. Someone got it up. Someone got it booting to the menu through CrossOver. So there is hope, as long as you bypass DRM. I mean, one of the weird things about Wine and translation layers is that one of the hardest things to do is to get the Windows of Microsoft authentication working. So any games that use Microsoft authentication don't work that well necessarily. Using a DualSense controller to play this one. Well, Helldivers to run well on a MacBook Air M2. You're going to need quite a lot of memory. So probably if you need like a minimum of 16 gig, I'd say like 24 gigabyte M2 MacBook Air might run it a little bit. Probably not that well. Crossovers was worth that $70, yeah. And you can always get it on sale as well. You can get 15% off with my coupon code, AndyTizer15. Good morning, can you try Red Dead Redemption 2? I've done that a lot already. So I played Red Dead Redemption 2 last year when CrossOver 25 was released. You can basically run it at high settings. Let's put it at low. Actually, no. Let's put it on very low, because I've heard that this is bad. VSync off. And then Q. Let's just run this at low settings first, and then we'll see how this goes. Save settings. what's happened to Apple Gaming Wiki News? So what happened with the coupon code is that code weavers, I think quite rightly, decided that my coupon code was too good, and then decided to let everyone else have the same 15% off evergreen coupon code. So I've been using Apple Gaming Wiki News for like 2 years now, and there is a noticeable drop in affiliate revenue because I no longer have the best code. But Anti-Tizer 15 is the new one as of January 2026. Okay, frame rate bad, 6 FPS. Let me see. System should be where the graphics settings are, so we just were there. Where's the graphics settings? Menu settings? Why are there so many menu settings? Oh my god. Where is... Okay, basic game settings. So we can only change game... wait a sec, where is it? No, I don't want to close up. Oh, visuals, that's it. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Pi Studios. Okay, wine monitor. Okay, XeSS, that's what's gone wrong here. Let's try DLSS. Okay, that's whenever. Why is it always trying to default to XeSS? Let's try standard. Yeah, menu's running at 52. Okay, frame rate cap. Can you unlock the frame rate? Apparently not. DLSS rendering resolution 65%. That's like quality mode, isn't it? Dynamic resolution. Let's turn it off. Let's do 50 for balanced. No, 60. Frame generation off. Let's just check this again. So I think it's 70% quality mode. Let's try that. Or is it 60? 72. Let's try 70. Visual graphics preset. Let's do standard. So I click standard with dynamic resolution off. 65%. Okay, good. And then camera setting is going to do my inversion. Also, I don't know if you noticed your frame. Oh god, yeah, I forgot. My Monster Hunter Wild footage had frame gen on. Oh, you're right. I completely forgot. And I'll note that in the description. But that game is pretty like fluid, isn't it? So going from like 40 upwards is pretty good. Thanks for correcting me, Pi Studios. I completely forgot. Code Weaver's already blindsided me on because I've recorded all the footage, right? And I thought I had at least another couple of weeks because normally the release candidate isn't released like straight away. It's normally we had like a week or something like that. And then when it dropped, right, I was actually really surprised. So I had nothing prepared. So I just like just sat down and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna edit this video as quickly as possible. So I got it out within 4 hours, I think. Because I hadn't edited any of my footage, hadn't synced anything. And I couldn't remember the settings. If I had a bit more time, I would have noted that down. Yeah, quality mode should be 66%. So 65% is there. So it's showing like 720p to 1080p. So that's quality mode. Be able to play movie. Let me see. Did anyone else have this? Is this like a? Is there like a cutscene that we didn't get? I'm just checking the last Mac Gaming post. Did the cutscene not load? Maybe it's like a CX patch kind of thing. Okay, let's keep this. Default character, default dude. Oh, Otavio Simi, just want to say thank you. Your videos are really nice. First time seeing a live though. Thank you. The live is where I do all my testing. So a lot of games that I test, try to do it live, get a lot of input and feedback from people. So it's very helpful. Okay, this game uses 18 gigabytes of memory. So if you have less than 18 gigabytes, good luck trying to run this at a decent graphics settings. So a few issues I can see. First of all, it boots up in XeSS and it won't play the cutscene. I wonder what the reason for that is. I don't see it noted down in any other reports so far. What is the Nioh 3 cutscene format? You must use like a specific codec or something. Let me just check Proton actually. I'll just check Proton. Proton DB. Let's see if there's anything there. It's taking a long time to load as well. Okay, okay, failed to play movie. Okay. Is there like a cutscene that's supposed to load there? I'm just going to check Proton DB on my PC for a second and see what the issue is because let me just check.
You used to be so small and sickly. It's hard to believe you will now be Shogun. What is it? We should keep moving.
It doesn't say codec error. It could be that VP9 codec. Yeah. What do I get? So it uses VP9 apparently. I wonder if VP. I'll just play a little bit and see if I can get VP9 codec installed because it's GStreamer and VP9. Is VP. I wonder if I use CX Patcher to. I wonder what happens if I use CX Patcher to install GStreamer again. Does GStreamer install into the bottle, or is it just a general system thing? I can't remember.
Lord Moninoli is waiting in the back.
Hair's looking a bit rough today. Need a haircut.
You've arrived.
Okay. What's my character move so slow?
And choose a weapon to practice with.
Choose a weapon. Okay. Select a weapon. Oh, okay. I'm running now. Select a weapon. I don't have any weapons though. Ranged. Do I have to pick one up? Oh, okay, yeah. Spear.
Any weapon
Attack.
will serve you in battles so long as you master it. First, Focus on choosing.
Are you
your
exercising
abilities.
while testing, streaming, and then reading chat at the same time? Exactly, yes. Multitasking. So we need to speak to him.
Oh,
What's my video chosen? Yes. I think sword might have been cooler. I tested, I found that those with 8-16 gigabytes started due to badly to the swaps in the game on DX11. The game has it solves the issue. Yeah, DirectX 11 is a fix for a lot of these games if it supports that
all right
mode.
then. Let us begin the bout. Bow to each other.
Do bow. Press R1 and here to open the gesture menu. Ceremonial. I'm messing around with making a Resident Evil mech video. Apparently RE5 works, but you need to re-encode all the cutscenes in Handbrake.
Otherwise, you'll miss.
Sounds like
Direct your
that
attention
sounds
to
like
the
more
lock
work
units.
than it is. Go lock on.
The ceremony may be soon, but I won't be holding back to get you.
Now you're focused on quick attacks that you will first, while strong attacks consume more ki. Remember that.
CrossOver came a long way. So it's pretty cool that we got like new games working already.
Forming a ki pulse.
Forming a
After an
key pulse after an
allows
attack
you
allows you to.
quickly recover ki.
What's a key pulse? Keep after performing samurai attack, press the what? Press the shift. No, not shift. Press R1. Okay, cool. Let's try that.
Not bad.
Random question: what's your favorite videos you've made? I mean, I quite like most videos are pretty good. I'm quite proud of my Proton ones. Sorry, not the Asahi Linux ones. Because I'm one of the only people to bother installing it. Well, I haven't looked at the project for a while. My new promo code is AndyTizer 15. So it's in the description, I think. Okay. Okay, what I'm going to do is I've confirmed this is working, okay? What I'm going to do, because I'm not really interested in this game, I'm going to just going to double check GStreamer support. So I haven't looked at CX Patcher for a while, but I had the pleasure of meeting E-Man late last year, which was a lot of fun, having a drink. Just open CX Patcher. See if I've got GStreamer installed, because I'm pretty sure it's like a general thing. So let me just go to my security settings. Okay, it's going to link in. It's one on my keyboard. So it's gone wrong here. All the Akis games still crashing at D3D Metal. Okay, that's a shame. A lot of the some of the older ones work pretty well with DXVK. I remember at the time before we had the beauty of D3D Metal. a lot of the DirectX 11 Yakuza games, Yakuza 0 worked, although they had permissions issues. I did test out Helldivers 2. So check out my latest video, which I released yesterday. Then I've got Helldivers 2 working. Although apparently, the patch, apparently a recent Helldivers 2 patch has reduced performance on Mac. I'm using a treadmill called the Walking Pad R3 Hybrid, but I'm also using this AI function on the Elgato mic, which reduces the noise. So if I turn it off, so this is off, right? So you'll hear it anyway. I can hear the levels, right? But if I turn the voice isolation function on, then you'll just hear my voice, hopefully. Okay, I can't seem to get CX Patcher to open even. Okay, so I wonder, let me just close this. Let me try this again. It's not even giving me the challenge to come up. Okay, let's just try this one more time. Okay, it's not giving me that challenge. Okay, well that's Nioh 3. If anyone knows how to fix the video VP9 issue, I should be able to just install GStreamer, shouldn't I? Well, this is old. This is old. 10.11 El Capitan. That was a long time ago. That was like 10 years ago or something. Would be ideal to do it with CX Patcher. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart my Mac because I want to see if this is possible to fix that video codec issue. I'll restart and then I'll see if I can get this to work because it would be very cool to get that video issue working. Then okay, so I've done Nioh 3 pretty much, but I'm still working on that. There's a game called Menace, which I saw trending on SteamDB. SteamDB, let me see what's trending. Menace, I have no idea what this is. What is this? Okay, looks interesting. I'm going to try Void War as well. I quite enjoyed the idea of an FTL clone. Okay, so let's try and load CX Patcher again. Then we open up security. Then we open up this file. I did not like that. Let me just do this again, because I think when it rejected my password, which is weird because it's the same password I just typed in, it was not working. Could be a bug. I'm going to use my fingerprint scanner instead. Personally, I haven't seen much improvement in Tahoe. Quite the opposite. Multiple issues. But especially when upgrading from a previous version of macOS, it ruined a lot of permissions. If you start fresh, it's fine, but there were lots of issues. So double click on CX Patcher, then go to System Security. Then go scroll down to Open Anyway, and Open Anyway, and then this time I'm going to use my finger click. Okay, GStream is already installed, so can't do much. Does GStreamer need to be patched into the bottle? I'm not even sure. Well, I think we'd have to wait for a new version of GStreamer to be released to cover CrossOver 26. Okay, so that's Nioh 3. Let's get next thing up. CX patch is not available for this yet. I'm sure E-Man is aware of this. There's a CX patcher channel on the Applicant Wiki thing. We're going to need a new CX patcher for CX26. That's what he said last night. So probably not a quick fix like we've had before. Playing against Tsushima on the new M5 MacBook Pro, and it's beautiful. No matter what settings I try, the fans start spinning up pretty loud. It's okay to have fans spinning up. You can reduce that by capping the frame rate, capping the display refresh rate of your screen, turning graphic settings. Okay, so I'll try that then. No, let's try Menace, because I think that's quite a biggish game. Menace. I'm really interested in seeing what happens with the new Mac releases, because we're getting into February now, and we still don't have a MacBook Pro, or we don't have the M5 Pro or M5 Max chips announced yet. Okay. This is not, why is that not queuing up properly? Also need to queue up Void War. Samsung hasn't released the S26 either. Which chip is going to go into the S26? Why are my games not downloading? Let's just quit out and then come back in. I want to ask again regarding Doom Dark Ages. So basically, all the modern Doom games, right, we use Vulkan. So basically, none of the Vulkan games work on a Mac right now. European leaks show a custom chip minus the Ultra, which is going to the 8 Elite Gen 5. Is 8 Elite Gen 5 different from the 8 Elite that's going to come out in the Pocket Conquer? Why is this giving me grief to downloads? Okay, so sometimes what I found is when downloading games through Windows Steam CrossOver, then if I turn off MSync, that sometimes helps with the download situation. I wonder if that works in CrossOver 26. So Elite's just the marketing term. So Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, they're just linear progression. And so there's no such thing as a Gen 3 or an Elite Gen. No. So Elite is basically Gen 4. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Turn off MSync. It is downloading. It's gone from 10 to 16%. Skip that. So something's happening. It's just not updating correctly on the interface. Something's happening here. Let me check my activity monitor, because then that will give me definitive information about what's going on. Something's happening. Well, I wonder when the next handhelds are coming out. The next what happens after when is the Gen 5 handhelds going to come out? I guess at the end of this era, when more of the spares make it affordable. Okay, we've got Menace and we've got Void War. So Void War was recently taken down due to like a DMCA complaint, because people saying that it was or it was too heavily inspired by Warhammer 40k. Be interested to see what this game is about, because I'm a big fan of FTL. So I'd like to see what Void War is like. It's a shame that it doesn't have a native Mac version, because I'm sure that it's a simple, probably a very simple game to run. Andrew, why hasn't there been an M5 Pro and M5 Max video? Because they haven't been released yet. They're not. If they haven't been released, I can't really test them, can I? Okay, let's try it out. So, Void War. Sometimes I'm going to too simple. Let's try auto. Let's restart Steam again. The M4 Max is out, but the M5 Pro and M5 Max aren't out. Why can't you manifest the chips, Andrew? Aren't you Mr. Apple? I'm sure that they're shipping around millions of M5 Pro and M5 Max chips as we speak, and they just haven't marketed it yet. And I'm sure they try to release it, as they have done with the last few generations. They try to push them all out in November, but they just haven't managed to do it this time. So I'm running this with auto graphics settings. Like with Mewgenics, it should. Andrew's Apple. I wonder what this error message is. What does it say here? Turning Steam overlay off. Oh, that's one of the things that was fixed with the Steam overlay in D3D Metal. Forgot to mention this. Let's try and run this game without the Steam overlay. See what happens. Okay, no luck with Void War today. That's the extent of my testing. I'm not like an expert on this stuff. Okay, let's try. Okay, Void War tested, not working. It's still in early access though. I wonder if I run it through Parallels, are we going to get a better result? Oh, they plan to release a Mac port afterwards. The Windows version is playable on CrossOver. Okay, interesting. It says that it's working through itch. Okay, maybe I'll try and spin it up through Parallels in a minute. Because often I find like games with odd engines or simpler games can work better through Parallels. Okay, Menace. This is more of a 3D game, so hopefully we're going to get better performance out of this. But bear in mind, I'm also running this virtual machine at the same time. Okay, this is good. Okay, we are running, just doing this in the background. This like one-click install for Parallels is like is amazing. Cutscene. Escape from Tarkov is not going to work due to anti-cheat. High or medium? Let's try high. I feel lucky. I feel lucky. Display. Constant changes toggle for any of these options. Can't change it from. Can't click any of these. Let's try it on high. I can't seem to click this interface. So none of these drop downs seem to be working. M4 Max is also like $2,000 at least, yeah. M4 Max, yeah, I did test that M4 Max last year when Apple loaned one to me for a month. I only got to test that for a day though. But okay, this is no good. High was a little bit. Oh, here we are. False. Okay, now I can change this. Now I'll change the graphics setting to medium. Okay, it's more of a strategy game with very bad performance right now. Let me see the display settings. There's no DLSS option. Graphics. Let's try on low. Yeah, we're not getting good performance with this. So what can we do? Let's try a different graphics API. Let's try DXMT. Normally that's the next best thing. Also, we're running this virtual machine in the background, which is not helping. But it shouldn't drop that much from the menu to... M4 Max is more than $2,000. It's like, depends what country you're in, of course, but the M4 Max is oh yeah, they changed the store. I haven't looked at this yet. Pick a color. Standard display. Yeah, £3,200 for the low end, the binned version. It's a lot of money for a laptop. Okay, so Menace. Let's try this with DXMT. And then, of course, I need to turn off the virtual machine, which is also installing in the background. Yeah, I've heard that that Escape from Tarkov is not a good game. I've seen the video about cheating on Escape from Tarkov. Escape from Tarkov, I have ported the SPT server to Mac, so you can play SPT through CrossOver while running the server natively on Mac. Well, so with SPT, can you play with other players? SPT. Oh, this is a mod. Single player Tarkov in transform to Escape from Tarkov went into fully offline experience. SPT. I have never heard of SPT, and it would be really cool to see it running. Are you the... Oh yeah, MD3 Exter. Okay, yeah, you see, you posted on Mac Gaming subreddit. I'm just reading your post on my main computer. Cool. So when you play SPT, do you actually have... The SPT server and through course the SPT is not running, so I ported it to Mac. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, this performance is way better. Through DXMT. Did alt tabbing kill this? Let me just run this again. Because I don't think it was playing the cutscene. Imagine Apple make the deal with Rockstar to port GTA 6. How many MacBooks would it sell? I think it would be a MacBook seller, but I don't think Rockstar cares about an audience that's small. If Rockstar really cared, they would have ported the game to Switch already. Like they could easily put GTA 5 and they could easily put GTA 5 onto Switch 2 if they wanted to. That would probably make them millions, right? So this cutscene's not playing through DXMT, but it was playing before. But we are getting better performance. Yeah, let me just change the display from full screen to... I can't seem to access this menu when I'm here. But if I go to tutorial... And then now I can change the display settings because these work now. So let's try full screen windowed. Okay, it doesn't like going into full screen window. Oh, Civ just got his Apple Arcade release. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna give up on Menace because I don't think it does not like what it's doing. Apple's been blowing up my devices about it for some reason. Okay, let's try that out. Let's have something. Let's see what the Apple Arcade edition of Civ, how that runs. Apple just needs to buy a AAA game suitable on Mac first. That's right. All these Apple Arcade games are just not very good. It's sad. I should take a little break from my treadmill, I think. Let me see how much I've gone. Done 5,000 steps. So I've walked 3K. This is my stats for today. Nearly 3K, 5,000 steps. Not bad. I'll stop that because I'm kind of tired. Yeah, R3 Hybrid is pretty good walking pad. You can also run on it as well. It's a good proper treadmill. I've heard a lot about Sicario gear replacing whiskey. I haven't actually tried it, but I know GCNX Dean, who maintains that, and does a very good job with that. But you'll probably get very similar levels of compatibility compared to CrossOver. Just depends if he updates it or not. Okay, so couldn't get Menace to work, couldn't get Void to work, but I wonder if it'll work through Parallels. Just need to reinstall this. What's funny is that classic macOS was known as a games operating system and Windows was an office operating system that led to schools not buying Macs, so Apple did everything to kill gaming. Yeah, I know. It's just ironic. Especially now that Macs are pretty decent at running some games anyway. Okay, let's just have a little think about what else we can cover today, because I think the main thing that I wanted to do was Mewgenics, right? Because that's the big trending game at the moment. But then we have Grand Blue Fantasy. Is this like a free-to-play game? Let's see the most played games. You should do zone do cardio. That's where the health and performance benefits are. Steps are secondary. I'm more on the calorie. I do run. I do the park run every week. So that's a 5K run. Trying to get back to my old speed of trying to do 5K, 5 kilometers in 30 minutes. Failing miserably at the moment, but steps are important to burn calories, especially when I need to work as well. So I need to do this stuff as well as keeping occupied. So I can do this at home when the kids are asleep. What on earth is Heartopia? Why are there so many people playing? What is this? So it's so weird that these games are just not on my radar, but there's so many people playing them. What is this? What is Heartopia? Free to play, of course. See if I can run. Let me get Steam running in Parallels, and let's see if I can get Void War up. Okay, let's see if I can get Void War running on this. Because a lot of the weirder, smaller games often work better on this. Romeo is a Dead Man. I also saw that on Steam DB as well. I think I might actually try that out too. Romeo is a Dead Man. Let's try this. Okay, let's load this up. I should try and multitask a bit because I'm going to download that, but I'm also going to get this Romeo is Dead Man. Let's try this as well. 32 gig. Let's do it. So I've got 2 Windows versions of Steam going at the moment. I'm not sure I'll be able to download on the same IP because Steam doesn't like it when you try to do that. Yeah. So glad DXMT is a thing. It's running Yakuza amazingly compared to DX3K. Does Yakuza 0 not work well on D3D Metal? I remember Yakuza 0 had this issue with save games. Like there's something about saving wasn't working correctly. I remember comments on previous videos. I wonder if this is going to work now because OpenGL errors, D3D, is it D3D errors that I had? I wonder if this is going to work. Because on CrossOver, this is not working. Even though the developer FAQ online said it would. Oh, I can see a window. It's progress. D3D Metal doesn't work any of the older games, pre-Yakuza 7. Mine is Kiwami 2 and 6. Okay. Okay, so this is very interesting. This is working as I suspected. It works. Well, I'm not sure it works yet, but it displays through this. How do I get past this? Okay, let's try borderless. No, I didn't like that. And let's just get this at a higher resolution. Okay. Void War. Okay, I know almost nothing about this game. So this is not crossover. This is Parallels that I'm running on today. The God King has fallen. The Empire is in I can see 40k references here. I'm not a 40k player, but I played Warhammer Total War to know a little bit about the fantasy world. And I played a little bit of some of the 40k games. So this looks very FTL-y. As a command of this vessel, you may select a crew member of the ship. I can move him here. This is exactly like FTL. The system into systems. Okay. All of your systems are powered by the ship's reactor. Okay. Continue. Subsystems. Sensors. Command throne. Inspay, crew. Okay. It's my health, ship health. This is exactly like FTL. Oh my god. In command mode, all elections paused. Okay. So I'm gonna... Yeah, it's exactly like... They move like FTL as well. Sending multiple crew members will let them accomplish their tasks faster. What ironic kingdom come deliverance to? If you do a super chat, then I'll test it out today. Okay, I've extinguished the fire. Unfortunately, another fire's broken on the ship. This time, setting use your ship's still control system. It's time to prepare for a subspace translation. Move the commander to the command rooms. Which one is this? My commander. So he lives here. Notice how you automatically man a command room when you arrive. You will know to engage engines. Continue. With the engines powered, your subspace drives are now active. Now to engage the drives. Okay. Let's put the sudden energy spike. Your engines are now red. You'll need to repair your engines. Okay, so I've got my dude to repair it. Now the engines are powered, you are ready to engage a subspace drive. As the commander of the ship, you must be present aboard the ship to engage a subspace drive. If you want me to do Stellar Blade, then just super chat for $5 and then I'll cover it. Right now I'm just testing this out. This is on Parallels, the latest version of Parallels, not CrossOver. I've just bought me some lunch. Okay. I'm gonna walk. This map is exactly like FTL. Oh my god. Home. Just select the jump node. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 has too many graphical issues, so we need to wait before that's fixed properly. Power your weapons by clicking on it. Click on it, going to activate it. Then shoot their weapons. I think I need to move my guys as well. Put my one guy on shields and maybe one guy on weapons. So it's charging up right now. Miles Morales is working. It should be working fine using the Steam Windows version. It's Spider-Man 2 which isn't working. Launching an assault sled is a multi-step task. It's a good idea to enter command mode. Load the crew. You don't want to send both of my dudes in here. And then I need to launch assault sled. Launch at the command room? No, I can't do that. Yeah, do it here. I can only enter one point, the weapons room. And then I'll go put my guy back on weapons, I think. Okay, he's now attacking the shield room. Your enemy has killed an enemy. Note that the enemy shield icons turn orange. This indicates that the system is damaged. I can shoot maybe the commander. Well, he's taking some damage. You can instantly damage an enemy system anytime they can launch away. This is quite weird. Your boarding action has degraded the enemy defenses. Return to your crew using the recall crew button. Remember, you risk using crew. How do I recall them? Yeah. Auto shoot the weapon missile room. So there's only one weapon station, so only one guy's actually doing anything, and let's put it back on engines. So Overwatch 2 doesn't work on a Mac due to Rosetta bug, so I'll be sure to let you know if that ever gets fixed. Oh, I need to auto attack. Okay. Defeat. It's a win. Okay, got a repair drone. This is quite fun, actually. I think I might try this one out properly later. Crew equipment can only be equipped by slot so much. Since your repair drone is a tool, it must be equipped to a tool slot. Cargo, I can put this as a weapon. Bolt cannon. No, the total power capacity of your weapon system is not enough to power all your weapons. Your weapon system is cost 2 power bars, while your 2 weapons is that. If you want to power, you need to upgrade your weapon system, press the upgrade button. And then, okay, it's crucial. I need to spend 25 scrap to upgrade it. So now I can power 3 weapons, 2 weapons. Go on, repair drone. Look at the repair drone. For DX11 games, what performs better, DXMT or D3D Metal? Generally speaking, DXMT performs better in most games because of fewer translation layers, and it's just open source and more people are working on it, I think. Because you don't have to translate DirectX to Vulkan and to Metal. It's a translation from DirectX straight to Metal. One last thing, your translator has been enabled. Use it to board an enemy. Escape from. Okay, try it. I can teleport to a target room. I can warp anyone on the ship. That's interesting. Okay, cool. Warp. Okay, cool. This is working, but only on only in a virtual machine. So that's an interesting development. D3D Metal doesn't translate to Vulkan. I'm talking about oh, DX3K. Sorry, yeah, you're right. I'm getting a bit confused. Maybe I'm streaming a bit too long. Because DX3K translates DirectX to Vulkan, Vulkan to Metal. D3D Metal, the problem with the D3D Metal is that it's closed source. I think they're already more focused on DirectX 12 games more than DirectX 11 as well. Combat Master is not working. So Combat Master has a native Mac port. If you're having issues with your inputs, make sure to add Steam and your disk to the input monitoring accessibility setting. That might be something that's affecting you. So where's the input monitoring? So make sure that maybe drag the game straight into this, just to make sure that there's nothing stopping the game from running. Hey Andrews, third time asking. I really want to know if Need for Speed Heat and Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 doesn't work anymore, I'm afraid, due to a Rosetta bug. Need for Speed Heat, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I've played that before on the Mac. Need for Speed Heat. Playable through CrossOver. So Mac Pro Tips has got video on it. So it should be quite straightforward to do. Okay, I want to try Heartopia and then this. I'm going to try Romeo's Dead and then Heartopia. What else we got? That's good. What's Crimson Desert looks really exciting. The videos I've seen of it look incredible. Ooh, Apple Arcade version of Civ 7. It's running in 4K.
The past is more than what we leave behind.
Will this load like iOS saves as well? It's cool. Yeah, are any of you excited about Crimson Desert? Because I think that sounds really good. Some of the videos I've seen of it look incredible. Crimson Desert. When's this coming out? March. It's quite soon. It's a month or so. Like 5 weeks or something. It's going to release on macOS as well, which is incredible. Haven't heard much about the Mac release. Hopefully I'll be able to test it out on an M5 Pro and an M5 Max machine. Will there be any patch for Arc Raiders? Well, Arc Raiders uses anti-cheats, so there's no option really to play it on Mac except through streaming. Okay, I'll load this up in a minute. What's Humanits? Humanity, Humanit Z. Not humanity, but Humanit Z. Hello, Ghost K Web. Did you finish your class then and get home on time? Why has it got mixed reviews? Oh, there's a demo. Demo means I have to try it. I'll try it. I'll add it to my list. What are you studying, Ghost K Web? So this is the high graphics preset. Let's see. It knows I've got an M3 Max. Bachelor's of CSE. Computer Science Engineering, is that it? Song and I wonder how Civ 7 is. How much do people like it? I wonder how much is DMC5 skill preview issue still resolved? I haven't. The last time I tested it, which was last year, it was not resolved yet, I'm afraid. Okay, yeah. So this is a Civ 7. Not much to say here, but the arcade version, very cool. Okay, I'm going to test out 2 more games I think today. So let's try this Romeo the Dead Man, and then we'll try yeah, Civ 7 was a native release with Mac like ages ago on Steam, but now we have an Apple Arcade version. So I think the Apple Arcade version synchronizes with the iOS version. So Civ 7 Mac to iPhone sync. Cross-save functionality apparently. Apple Arcade Edition. So it must be the Apple Arcade Edition. That's one of the cool. This is like one of the very cool things about Mac OS, I guess, Mac gaming, is that this is a poster child for why Apple Arcade is a good thing. Even though most of the game I play the most on Apple Arcade are Crossy Road Castle with my kids, Balatro, Slay the Spire, Balatro Plus, Slay the Spire Plus. My daughter plays Hello Kitty Island a lot. I haven't tried Power Wash Simulator, but I think is this a 2-player co-op? Does Power Wash Simulator have power, or is that just in screen co-op? Do you have split screen co-op? It's online co-op. Does the Mac version have online co-op? Oh, it has multiplayer, yeah. Okay, it does have. Yeah, Balatro is an excellent game. I've gold. I've got every. I've beat every deck of gold now on my phone. I've been playing the Steam version of Cult of the Lamb with my daughter, but on PC. It's a good game. I guess I could have played it on Mac. When did it come to Apple Arcade? When did Cult of the Lamb come to Apple Arcade? Cult Lamb Apple Arcade. That was only 2 months ago. It was very recent. I hope someone in the Swift student Challenger made a game for macOS. Oh, what game did you make? It's been released. What on earth is this? Oh, it's a rhythm game. Anime rhythm game. Naruto. Oh, wow, this is good. Ninja Storm. Interesting. Power Wash, Toka, Football Manager. I think this is a good range of stuff. Not just mobile games. This looks like Hello Kitty Island. Is it the same developer? Live Studio, okay. Made a kite flying game that focused on preserving culture and will put the stuff like apples, including Core ML. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see if this game runs. So normally if it asks for a VCC redistributable, then what you can do is do some overrides. I'm gonna run this one last. Because I don't want to change my bottle settings right now. What was the other game I downloaded? Oh yeah, Heartopia. And then no, there was that demo for another game. What was the other game that I was going to test out? Humanity. Yeah, you tried Romeo yesterday, and we had issues. Okay, well. Can you show how you got AoE 4 to run and get an AVX error when you launch it? Did you try CrossOver 26? Because I just used a standard Steam bottle with CrossOver 26. I couldn't get much performance out of AoE 6, and I noticed that in the actual CrossOver 26 blog post, right, that they didn't actually have anything there. Like they had the list on before, during. It doesn't say Age of Empires 4 anymore, but whereas in the beta releases, they did say that was working well. Rocket League, God, Rocket League added EAC. Rocket League EAC Mac. Yeah. That's a shame. They're planning on it, but they haven't done it yet. Today I'm going to be sharing. Just going to find the DLL files I need to override. I've forgotten what they are. Yeah, here we are. I'll do that before I run Romeo. Why is that taking so long? No, I'll just run it. So what I'll do is I'll use the overrides. So I'll close Steam first, right? Why is this not closing? I'll close Steam first. And then we'll do the DLL overrides. So we've got one configuration. This is where I start referring to my own tutorials because I always forget how to do this. MSVCP. VC runtime 140. VC runtime 141. Okay, let's open up Steam again. Have I tested Jurassic World Evolution 2? I'm pretty sure I tested that out before. And it's okay to, I have to refer to my own tutorials constantly because there's just so much information to retain. The Mac game landscape constantly changes. It's a moving target. Okay, let's try this again. Romeo. Hello, Alexandra. Alex2697. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so I've done those. Whenever that VC runtime error comes up, doing these overrides normally fixes the issue. I could play some Tekken 8, but I'm only taking requests at the moment. At the moment, if they're via super chat. Hopefully this should. We'll see how this goes. So who is the person that said that they had issues running Romeo? So Eureka417, you ran Romeo on CrossOver, cutscenes black screen. Did you use these overrides in order to get the game to run? I'm just gonna wait a minute. I'm just gonna go. Oh, okay, we are in this now. Okay, good. So my... Would you recommend on CX Patcher? Yes, CX Patcher always does well. I'll try doing the fixes you applied now for Romeo. Okay, let's see if this works. I don't know if... Oh, this is a CD51 game. Seriously. Whoa. My eyes. I'll save you the trouble. Tekken 8 is not really worth playing on CrossOver if you want to play it online. Tekken requires such precise timing and input and everything that the translation layer just makes it unplayable. Like, you can play the game and you can practice a bit, but because so much timing is required, I wouldn't bother. Because I've tested it in lots of different scenarios. I love playing Tekken, but it's the Mac is not the right platform to play it on. Will this work on an M4 Mini? It should work on an M4 Mini because yeah, 16. I think the RAM is the limitation. We'll see how graphically intensive this is. Yeah, Tekken would be really good with some frame pacing. Street Fighter 6 is a travesty because we already have RE engine games, like a lot of the Resident Evil games working on Mac natively. So how hard could it be? Street Fighter 6, Monster Hunter Wilds. Is Monster Hunter Wilds an RE game?
It's known for its tomatoes.
Looks like these cutscenes aren't working.
Oh, there's some legend that says a UFO crashed here a long time ago. So it's something of a tourist attraction for occultists. I'm kinda into that stuff too. The name of this boring town is Deadford. It's a small town in Pennsylvania, right next to Lake True Lies.
Okay, so
Just think of it as the tomato.
So cutscenes, I'm not displaying correctly.
Life is a nightmare that prevents one from sleeping.
It'd be a shame for cutscenes to play a game like this without cutscenes.
I always have the same nightmare. Hey, Sheriff, I got an amazing story.
It's more than a couple of cutscenes. I'm skipping here. This looks like what was that game? No More Heroes, right? Let me just turn down the graphics a little tiny bit. This is cool. This is very cool. I like the graphics of this game. So is this like a sequel or spiritual successor to a previous Suda game? Did I just die? Ouch. Spiritual successor, okay.
I get eaten by a white devil.
No cutscenes. I mean, you want to have good story. I wonder what's causing the cutscene issue. What codec does the Romeo must that I use. Think about Romeo must die. Is that
Allow me to explain. It's gonna get a bit long.
Romeo is
so
a dead
bear
man.
with me.
Romeo is a
Romeo
dead
Stargate,
man.
a sheriff's deputy living in a quiet little
Cutscene
town, is the
codec.
hero of our story. One evening he finds Juliet, a woman who has lost her memory, lying in the road. Despite her super dodgy name, it's love at first sight for Romeo. They meet up at a diner every night as their love grows. Eventually, Juliet persuades him to elope with her, and Romeo decides to leave town. Convenient words like fate.
Probably uses Bink video. Does it?
What a simple
Are they Bix? Let me just find it.
is gonna come out of messing with a woman you found lying in the road. But then, on the day they were set to elope, it wasn't
Stop antagonizing my bot. The more you ask here about
the white devil that
Forza,
likes Romeo, tearing him to pieces and leaving him to die. Using the hyper technology of genius
not
science
gonna help.
Romeo's grandfather, Professor Benjamin, Romeo's life is saved. That's
I
right.
wonder which codec it
The
uses.
dead man
Does it use
lives.
bit?
Romeo was
What containers are we talking about? So Steam Windows. Let's see.
saving Romeo's
I think. Let me see. Romeo. This is funny. Chocolate flavored, not chocolate flavored. Oh yeah, I tested out Nioh 3 demo earlier, but the cutscenes aren't working. Yeah, I tried Nioh 30,
Is this another
Nioh 3 earlier as well.
nightmare?
Romeo.
The demo anyway.
Hesitating. Take out the smaller ones and go after him.
I know. Huh? That was Grandpa's voice. Are you like a spirit?
Not just yet. I'm on your back.
What?
I'll explain later. Fight, Romeo.
So I'm just checking before I play this. Trying to figure out where the content is on this game. Where are the video files kept? Let me think. Romeo's a dead. Romeo dead man. Let's just look at ProtonDB. Unsupported. No reports on Proton. It's weird.
So anyways, what's going on?
More games should have in-game cutscenes, really. This game looks crazy.
Previously on Romeo is a dead man. Okay. So I'm the one doing the narration here. Romeo's grandfather, the genius scientist Benjamin Stargazer. My body itself may have been devoured, but no worries. I've managed to install myself as a sort of guardian data pack on Romeo's back.
Oh, that's cool. What's happening?
Ready, Grandpa. Hold on tight.
We encountered so many Juliets after that.
Okay, I want to quit this now because I think it's. I don't think it's worth it to play the. I mean, some games, if it's just like the introduction, then yeah, you could just watch the YouTube of it. But without like without the full experience of this, it's not quite the same. Okay, let's try something else. Downloading. Okay, downloading Heartopia. Yeah, so cutscene's not being fixed yet. So on ProtonDB, right, there isn't any information on this. So this game only just came out. They have issues on Steam Deck? So we're missing out all the cutscenes. Doesn't say anything about how it performs. Okay. Nothing at all. Nothing at all here. GTA 5 Advanced won't work. I tested out. I'm trying to test out the 811 build. Couldn't get it to work, which is one of the earliest builds I could find. So this is Proton. So I'm trying to find. Unreal Engine 5 games. So no one's reporting cutscene issues. I wonder what's causing this. It's normally just the codec because the audio of that container plays properly, but not this. Okay. What's Rapid and Steel? Co-op action roguelike. It's a rhythm game. What is this? A co-op action roguelike that recreates the essence of high-level MMO raiding and randomized. Okay. Well, I'll up for some like co-op games because me and my daughter and I play quite a few of them. We played Split Fiction, It Takes Two, and Unravel 2. All of those were brilliant. And now we're in like halfway through Cult of the Lamb, which is very good as well. I'm gonna try this out. This looks fun. Is this a rhythm game or is it like? It looks like a, or is it a thing where you have to like move out of the lava? So it's like MMO raiding. You can't be in the lava. Get in the circle. Okay, I can try that. I'm just downloading Heartopia, which is nearly finished downloading on the main computer. So just thinking out what else I could actually cover. So Heartopia, maybe that one. Why is Foxhole started getting loads of views? People are saying Foxhole. I remember Foxhole can run on a Mac, right? Foxhole. Euro Truck Simulator 2 is pretty good. Recommend running it through DXMT on CrossOver. Quinfall uses anti-cheat, so probably can't play that. Relooted. FIFA. Alumiria. This looks a bit like Hightail. Oh yeah, I did Hightail before, not on a live stream, but I've got video for it, so I'm trying to make my tutorial on that soon. Well, Resident Evil Requiem. We don't have... Has not been officially announced. So it's scheduled for February 27th, so I don't see that happening anytime soon. Although we've gotten pretty good support for RE games, so Street Fighter 6, Monster Hunter What is Monster Hunter Wilds RE? Monster Hunter Engine. Yeah, RE Engine. So I'm anticipating that'll work for a crossover if it does. Ooh, Pragmata. Oh yeah, I looked some stuff on that. Pragmata. I think someone ran it on Mac. Okay, I could try that. I'll just try and start a bit more fresh by removing those overrides I did earlier, just so I get a good bit of information. So I should turn off those overrides, which are this one. That's my VC runtime. Just take off these ones. And then let me boot up Steam again. Can't remember if you asked ever test World of Tanks on CrossOver. Yeah, I've played World of Tanks, and there's also the Mac wrapper for it. I tested it on multiple Macs before, so I think it will probably work fine. Requiem was seen being played on a Mac on a demo. Really? Interesting. Okay, let's try this. Let's try Pragmata demo. No, actually, no, let's just play something first, because I can download the demo on my other computer. Just find it. Pragmata demo. Pragmata. Okay, Pragmata it is. Sketchbook. Okay, I'll install that. Okay, so Battle.net update screwed over RDT resurrected. Can be fixed. Okay. If roaming doesn't work, I guess I'll buy a Series S. Maybe wait a few more days, or at least a few more weeks. It might work out sooner than you might think. Because it works, it just doesn't have the cutscenes. Depends how essential it is. Should I recreate every bottle for crossover 26? Some games keep crashing on even run before 26. Yeah, I would say if it's probably worth just starting a new bottle. It only takes like 2 minutes to make a bottle for Steam. It's such a minor thing, you know. And always install the games outside of the bottle. That means then you don't have to re-download them all over again. Okay, let's see a rabbit. Free demo. I'm not buying this right now. I'm trying to try the demo. What's the demo? Is there an option to download the demo? Rabbit Steel demo. Probably not. Let's try this out. I wait for CX Patcher because of several bottles. Hope they'd be quick. Yeah. Need for Speed. Some of the Need for Speed games, like Need for Speed Heat, do work. Okay. Yeah, let's try this out. Graphics of this look pretty good. Is that launching? Why is this not loading up? Let me see. Let's look at some information about what's happening here. God, there's a lot of new new YouTube channels making Mac content. Okay, so our crossover does have G3D Metal on. Some people saying it works perfectly. Why can't I get it to work? Do I need a fresh bottle? Not much information about why it works for some and not for others. I don't think it's really worth trying to get this to fix this when the full game release hasn't come out yet. So I'm not sure there's much point in that. Okay, let me pick up this Rabbit and Steel game because this looks fun. I want to try it out. Just can't get the demo. Let's try this out. Pragmata works for you fine on M3 Air. I'm not sure why. Maybe I need to make a fresh bottle because the more stuff that the more games that you run in a bottle, the more issues that you can have. This is exactly the same issue I had with Void War. So what? Let me see. Rabbit Steel Game Engine. What's that? Game Maker, and then Void War Game Engine. Game Maker. Okay. So Game Maker fix crossover. Let's see. There is an RPG Maker thing happening now. Hmm. I've got this. Not sure why it's not working. This is a similar error. So if I switch to DXVK, does that help? Oh, it's loaded up. It's T3D11. Bro, is Memory Leak and Uncharted Legacy of Thieves fixed? Probably not. So what was that error message about? If I switch the bottle to... If I switch this to DXVK, will that help? Multi-sample quality levels. We're still using game porting toolkit. Let me just quit out of Steam entirely. Now that I changed that setting to DXVK. Could try, it's a DirectX 11 game, so I could switch this to DXMT. Might work better. Let's try that. I think it might work better. Who knows? Maybe that's the key to getting Void War to work. If it is Game Maker engine games, it might work better through Parallels. But if this is correct, if this is the fix for it, it could be that Void War and this game, which both use the same engine. Let's try DXMT. That's a rabbit. Yeah, no error message. That's very interesting. Okay, let's try Void War then. It says I'm in game. Okay, Void War is working via CrossOver. I don't have to spin up Parallels. Because this is the game I tried earlier. Like, it's got this doubling up mouse issue, normally fixed by command tabbing in and out. Sometimes it's a yeah, it's just an issue with oh, it's come up again. Double that mouse thing. what is my most preferred console ever? I mean, I'm a very much of the multi-platform gaming crowd, so I'll game on anything. I mean, like, the thing I probably use game the most on is my phone. I've got an MCON controller. I've had this for like a week now. I haven't opened it up yet because I'm going to make some content about it. But it's an expensive flat phone controller. I use my Retroid G2 to play Windows games on it. So this is my G2. Right. On Android to play Windows games on it. And I finished Firewatch recently. I played a lot of Mega Bonk on it. But the console I use the most is, at the moment, is my Switch Lite. I think in terms of portable gaming, it's such a cool inexpensive handheld. Like a Switch Lite costs it cost me like 60 or 70 pounds to buy a Switch Lite. I get access to the entire Switch library, so I'm enjoying that. I have Switch 2 docked to my TV, so I can play games, like especially local co-op games. Can't see what's happening when I do this. Let me try moving it down a bit. Yeah, that's probably a good place. I'm still having this issue with the doubling up of the mouse, even in borderless mode. Trade. I can buy a terror missile. Okay. So how do I equip a weapon? Loadout. Did I just buy a missile or not? Okay, let's get out of here. I can't seem to toggle the pause button on this. Because normally there's like a pause for space. I'm just trying. Space does not seem to be working on CrossOver. Let me try this with okay. Let me try this with, instead of DXMT, let's use DXVK. Yeah, the MCON Lite looks really good. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I play on everything. I kind of regret buying, the thing I regret buying is Xbox Series X, because I thought I'd use Game Pass a lot more, but ended up hardly ever using it. The Switch Lite, I'm about to finish Children of Morta on Switch Lite, so I'm having fun with that. And I bought physical release of Dragon Quest. I thought I might try RPG when I'm out and about. Okay, Void War. Ugh. I think it's a keyboard input issue I'm having at the moment. Void War. Okay, so this is DXVK. Maybe I'm going to have better luck with the mouse and the pausing, because pausing is very important in this game. So I'm just using CrossOver 26, and instead of having graphics set to D3D Metal, I'm having better luck with DXMT or DXVK. So I'm just trying DXVK now, because I think it works better for Game Maker games. Okay, so let's continue and see if we Oh yeah, see? DXMT. Okay, so I'm not actually play this properly now. So to repair. No, I'll stay in weapons. Let me just move my thing down because I can't see what I'm doing. I'm gonna shoot their weapons. I can't see inside their ship. And then, do I have missiles? No. Missed both of them. Oh, no, someone's breaching me. No. I'm gonna target the weapons. Okay, cool. They're taking some damage finally. Then I'm gonna hit their engines and weapon. Shields are down. If shields are down, I'll take out their weapons. And the shields again. Okay, they're taking damage. Does that block our sensors? Let me see, that's interesting. Can take out their... Oof, dead. Okay, so the key to this is running this through DX3K. So DX3K is going to work a lot better for Void War, so that's a really good sign. I didn't understand why it wasn't working through that, but now I understand. I haven't played many Game Maker engine games, so it's a bit confusing to me that it wouldn't function correctly. Yeah, MCon should have been $100. I mean, who's spending $140? I could buy this nearly. This is like 160, right? And you can buy an RP5, like a Retro Pocket 5 for. You can buy a Switch for 70. You can buy a Switch for $70 or $80. Switch Lite. So having a $140 controller is a bit overkill. Okay, so the other game I was wanting to try is called what's it called? Steel? Rabbit and Steel. Rabbit and Steel. How do you choose between those things like DX3K and D3D Metal? So D3D Metal is best for DirectX 11 and DirectX 12. DXMT and DX3K are best for DirectX 11 games, and also games like this. Okay, let's see. And rarely, I mean, it's rarely that wine is a good option. Feature creep, yeah. They just keep adding stuff, yeah. GTA 4 is still bad. Play it through parallels. Oh, this is a multiplayer game. Let's try running this in easy mode first. Tarkov SPT also runs great on DXMT. Okay, I have to try that out, I guess. Tarkov SPT. I think I'll try it when things get a bit less busy. I've got a lot of stuff going on. Okay. Can't enter my name without. This is such a random game. I mean, what is this about? Okay, so let's try. Can I try this as a proper? Let's return to title. And then can we play this online? Is there matchmaking? I'm about to ruin someone's multiplayer game. Okay, normal. Public. Okay. Okay, we've got people joining in. Ready? Spread out. Okay. I did slightly more damage. That's good. Didn't let the team down. Okay. Now I know this works. I'm gonna sorry disbanding the lobby. Sorry, random player who joined my game that teaches you. Okay, so that's interesting. It's interesting that Voidal works and then this game. Wonder what other popular game maker games are working. Let's ask Google AI. What popular Windows games are game maker? Undertale, Deltarune. A lot of these are like, one click, like a, like you said earlier, like these are one click fixes to get a native Mac port. They just choose not to. Overwatch doesn't work now, sorry. Do you see the Steam Deck is sold out in North America? Seriously, Steam Deck USA. Oh, got a parcel. Okay, so is Steam Deck sold out? So the LCD might be sold out, I think. I was thinking it might sell out because they might be updating it. Because sometimes, especially with Apple products, right? Obviously, I'm in the UK, so we still have these. It's so cheap to get a Steam Deck now. Oh, are they selling a half a gigabyte OLED, half a terabyte OLED? That is such a good price. But yeah, this thing to be able to play all your Steam games, it's incredible. And it plays a lot of the Switch 2 games better than Switch 2. Yeah, I can't see well, Steam Deck. What else we've got? Rivals of Ether. Yeah, I just wish I just wish I had a smaller Steam Deck. That's all I really want. That's why I've got this. This is lives on my. I haven't touched my Steam Deck for months now, actually, because if I'm stuck at home, I've got a lot of other options to play Windows games. Okay, let me see what else we're gonna do. I was gonna try that one called Heart something. Why can't I type properly? Yeah. Yes, I did try this demo. I'm really hoping Valve drops Steam OS for ARM. I think with Steam Frame being an ARM chip device, it's inevitable that Steam will be released onto Android as an official Steam client, and we're going to have like a proper Steam x86 Windows game support on Android. Are there significant difference between 16GB MacBook Air M2? M2 MacBook Air is not that good. So. I'm running this through DXVK, so I wonder if this is good or not. You know what? For a big game like this, I think I might just run this in it's DXMT. Sorry, not DXMT. I think I might run this through D3D Metal because I think it might work better. So, Rolling Golem, I have an M3 MacBook Pro with 16GB of RAM. I'm lucky to get newer games running at lower settings, either natively or with CrossOver. A better MacBook is out of my price range, back to Windows for me. I mean, if you already have a MacBook Pro M3 with 16GB of RAM, you can actually play a lot of games. So it just depends on what your expectations are. Like, if you're the kind of person who likes to play Dragon Quest 3 HD, then you could probably run that fine through on your current Mac. I mean, I would really encourage people to, instead of just going out and consuming and wishing for new games, right? Just go and play the old ones. Go play the Switch ports. Just play the easy games that will run easily. Don't try and push your Mac to run AAA titles through translation there. It's just not really worth it. Okay, I'm playing this solely because it's extremely popular. I have no idea what it is, but it's a free to play, cutesy anime 3D game. Let's have a look. I've got a Steam Deck too small of a screen for me. Yeah, I'm getting old too, so. Okay. Okay, logged in. Global server. You use headphones for best experience. I'm a big fan of the patient gaming movement. So this idea that even if a game is old, it's still new to you. So I only just recently completed the game Firewatch, and that was a great experience. Native Mac game as well, the Rosetta 2 Mac game. Well, played it on a handheld by Android, playing the Windows version by Android. It was fine. And if I tried to run that game on a really, if I was running it at the time, it might have taxed my computer more. I wouldn't be able to play it handheld. Steam Deck wasn't invented yet. But going back in time and playing some of these old titles, I think it's probably a really good idea. Try to appreciate. This is my character. got more of a yellow tone. So can I change gender? Does it kind of game where you can't change gender? Do I have to be a girl? Okay, this looks cute. You've been eyeing up the AYN Thor for the compact body, but man, these androids handheld get up there in price. Yeah, an AYN Thor with a it has a Gen 2 in it, right? Snapdragon Gen 2. But you've already bought a Conquer Pocket, which is a Gen 3. So what's the point of an AYN Thor? And I've also seen hinges not that good shape for some people anyway, so I wouldn't bother. M4 Pro Mac Mini with 24 gigabytes of RAM should be plenty for titles like Red Dead Redemption 2 is actually really well optimized, so it'll run on less memory than that, I think. So yeah, that your M4 Pro will run Red Dead Redemption 2 very well. So I wouldn't worry about that. It's a very good experience. Okay. I should try out Red Dead Redemption 2, yeah. Okay, it's a slightly stuttery. Let's see. There's a settings option here. Graphics. Let's turn off Ultra. We can. Okay, that's better on. Slight stuttering to begin with. I wonder if this runs better through DXMT. Do I know what engine this is? Probably. I have no idea. It's a very stuttery at the moment. I wonder if this improves. I just want to walk around and see if this improves at all. It feels like it looks like a Unity game. I'm not sure it is though. Unity engine. Unity games tend to run much better through DXMT. But it's because of all the work being done on Genshin Impact. This is stuttering a lot. I think what I'm going to do is just log out of this and run it through DXMT because the work that's been done on DXMT is pretty incredible. All the people who play Heartopia are going to love my tutorial on this when it comes out. It was on the Mac Store, App Store. People want to know. The people want to know. Heartopia. Okay, DXMT. Let's see if this is better because that's what it's stuttering on. Heartopia. Unity engine game. That's something else to cover. They're not running this in 4K, okay. Is there an option here to get settings before we do anything? Graphics, let's turn this to 1080p. high. Let's do it high. You wish CFTs had a Mac one. Well, yeah, anti-cheat. There was a way. Tim Curvers did find a way to get the the Windows version working on a Mac, but since then they added anti-cheat, so can't play it, unfortunately. People who are not on the Mac gaming sort didn't know anything about the existence of crossover. It pisses me off. Crossover doesn't have that big an audience, you know. Not that many people use it. It's only like in the tens of thousands, right? The Mac gaming subreddit has 300k plus subscribers, and so it has a lot of views. But you know, people who use Mac, generally speaking, aren't that aware of you know, Mac gaming options, and even fewer are actually going to shell out money to play their games. Okay, so let's just try running and see how this frame times blipping. This is on high graphics. I know of crossover because the channel finally pulled the trigger last night and bought it. Oh, congratulations! Welcome to the Windows Mac gaming community. A lot of frame issues here. Hello, Davina Duckworth. Welcome to the stream. This is really annoying because I can see it. I can play it, but there's got these big stutters. Let me try getting a bit further into this game. So it's like this big stop here. The one issue with DXMT, doesn't like cache shaders. What are the top native macOS games? Hard to say, really. The big one at the moment is probably like Cyberpunk. Crossover is more people who rather try to get games to work on a Mac than playing the games. I think that's true. Part of the game is getting it to work. It's kind of not fun to have a challenge. Okay, this is disappointing that I can't get it working well on DXMT. So okay, it's a shame. No, not launching again. No, again. Let me free. Okay, back to Steam. Let's try out something else that's popular. I could try. Mugenics is the big thing at the moment, and Nioh 3. Those are the two big ones. I wonder if we can get Humanity working. Let's try the demo out. Just crossover 26. Generally speaking, almost everything is better through crossover 26 because it's had about 6-8 months worth of like dev work done to it compared to crossover 25, and it covers all of the newer games. So it is better. Rabbit and Steel. It's such a random game. I wonder if I can get Menace to work through to DXMT better. Is Menace game Let's have a look. Is this what? It's Unity as well. Let's just try Menace again. Interested since playing Fallout 4 via CrossOver since I have enjoyed the show. Yeah, oh yeah, just finished Fallout Season 2. And that's got me more interested in playing New Vegas than 4, to be honest. I was waiting for 26 release to buy and play Monster and Memories. What is that? Oh, it's an MMO. Spiritual successor to EverQuest. It's not on Steam, it won't be, yeah. I just read like not the manifesto, but what it's about. I was never an EverQuest person, but I did play Dark Age of Camelot, and reminds me of that a bit. Free playtest this Friday. I don't think I've got the time in my life to go back to old school MMOs, pre World of Warcraft MMO. Classic fantasy MMO. EverQuest. I think because Dark Age of Camelot was a little bit like EverQuesty, I think. I never really played EverQuest, so I don't really know. I played Ultima Online. I kind of skipped EverQuest. I went straight to Dark Age of Camelot for more kind of hardcore PvP back in the day. Playtest, eh? I think like modern games now are too instanced, so it's really hard to like develop a proper community out of it. Hmm. Rough around the edges, eh? Hmm. Yeah, I did test that Albion Online MMO, but I didn't really get a feeling that it was any good. It's interesting that you can play it online though, on an iPhone. Really? Okay, Monster Memories wants to do Monster Memories Mac. Overwatch is not going to work, so there's no point trying. Okay, let's try this out. Okay, it's probably going to be the last thing I try today. Been streaming for 3 hours. Let's see if this works. Actually, we'll try this through D3D method first. Okay, let's try this demo. D3D metal. Let's go. Apparently it works 8 months ago on whiskey. I think you have to turn off DLSS. Okay, let's try that. Thank you, LimpayX. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, I'm nearly done. I think this is going to be the last thing I test. I've been testing. I've been streaming a long time, and I'm going to start after this. Vayne is another zombie final. Okay. Vayne. What I care more about is how many people are playing it, right? In terms of strategic understanding of what games I should cover, because I'm just looking at stuff which happen to have like if it actually works. Let me see. Is it the demo that is giving me issues? Let's wait for that. legs are going to get tired now, so I can do some walking. I'm waiting for this to run. Oh, it is running. Okay, it's Unreal Engine game. Okay, let's see. Just takes a little bit of time to spin up. Look at the graphics. Let's just run this at high. Let's get my gameplay. But maybe advantageous to focus on looting earlier. Okay. Some firearms allow you to zoom out. They added EAC on the 4th. I thought they added it. I thought they haven't added it yet into Rocket League. But if they have, that's a real shame. I just have to call it. What's wrong with calling a zombie as a zombie? What did they call them? Weird stuff. Oh, how did I die so quickly? That's why I've been off your stream, just trying to figure it out. The thing about Mac gaming is that almost everyone has tried it, and unless the thing is that if it does work, then people will have figured it out already. It's very unlikely that you'll be the first person. You're supposed to do sneak down, takedowns. Okay. Can I shoot them? Oh, I see. Okay. Question, love the channel. Have you got I want to play Helldivers 2 and CrossOver 2 Constructor. Should I create separate bottles? Ideally, you would create separate bottles. It's just slightly cleaner. You don't have to. It'll probably just work fine on the single bottle. But basically, I'll do a advanced CrossOver tips video at some point. But basically, you should probably just make a new bottle when you run into troubleshooting issues. But ideally, if you've got the space, a new bottle for every game is ideal. It takes about 2 GB of extra space every time you make a new Steam bottle, but that's what I prefer doing because it just reduces the amount of troubleshooting. I make new bottles all the time. Overwatch isn't possible. Can you have CrossOver Steam installed at the same time as the Mac version of Steam? Yes, you can. You just can't really use them at the same time, in a sense. Okay. Okay, so this, I've tested this one out. And I think we are good for today. Look at this. Oh yeah, I was going to try, okay, one more thing I was going to try is, I was going to try DXMT again for Menace. That was it, Menace. Let's run this in DXMT. And then I'll try Menace and then I'm logging off. Let me just tweak something here. Okay, let's try it. Get this. Let's try Menace again because it was. Because I think I tried it earlier. Did I try this earlier with DXMT? I'm using a walking pad R3 hybrid. Excellent treadmill. I'm using a standing desk with my setup. You can see my setup in some of the videos I made in the past. I did a sponsorship with Flexi Spot, and they've got really good desks. Let's just try a new game instead of. Yeah, it's still the I think there's a.
Nox has landed. Our eyes see everything.
Sir? Woohoo!
Major.
I was wondering when I would get my shot.
Listen,
On it,
why would I
Major.
try and cut? I ain't running from no one, sir.
My loins are
Service
girded
is
for the
always
days
an
ahead.
act of valor, Major.
Did I miss out on some kind of cutscene? Is there a cutscene here which is not playing? Yeah, I don't think this. Yeah, there's some kind of cutscene issue, but I think you can play the game.
All right.
What is this? Is this a bit like XCOM or something, or maybe Jagged Alliance?
My loins are girded for the days ahead.
What happens? It's all an experience.
It's turn-based, though.
Ready, Major. Sir.
This is much better performance than trying to run this through D3D Metal.
Let's do this. Sir? Heading there.
So what settings we're running this on? We're running this on, let's see. It's like medium settings. I can probably run this on high.
Sir. Okay.
So my mission is over here.
Orders.
Let's do this. Yes, sir.
Sir.
Do the games perform better on CrossOver 2625? I mean, generally speaking, it's better on CrossOver 25.
Sir? Hostiles! Found it.
Black Myth's been working through multiple versions of CrossOver now, so it's not really something we're that bothered with.
Sit tight. Taking casualties, Major.
Move it, Marines.
Hostiles advancing.
I'm not playing this right ultimately. Whatever this is, I can tell I'm doing very badly.
Movement.
Let's do this. Oscar Mike, we've got movement. Op 4 moving. Sir?
Orders. Seeking cover.
Okay, good. All right, this is my stream for today. We are done, and thank you very much for joining me because I managed to get quite a few games running, especially Black Myth Wukong. I'm not going to try that because it's already been done before, but Mewgenics, Void War, finally found the fix for that, and then getting other games like the other Game Maker game working. Got a bunch of stuff I want to cover in the future, but I'll be making a bunch of CrossOver 26 tutorials. I should probably do like a CrossOver advanced FAQ to like help people figure out all these questions come up again and again, like should I install games in separate bottles? What do all of the translation layers mean? All that stuff. I think I'll have to compile that in the very near future. Well, anyway, thank you for joining me in the stream today. I'll see you in the next video, all right? Good day. Bye-bye.